how to take these hi-hats and turn into this. First of all, we have these two off hats and then a 16 hat. I want to keep it simple to make you understand the concept better. So the first thing, I want to add a little bit accent so that we have a bit movement in the track or the hats. The way I like to do it, create from the original sound so that we keep the timer same and the accents really sounds like the original hi-hat sample. What I like to do, take like pieces like this, make them small, snap here, and maybe one a bit tighter, right? There is no rule over here, so put them in your grid so it makes sense. Maybe like this. Right? Pan them with right and left so that we have a bit more movement in the sound. First, I like to do like go here and maybe pan this one to the left and introduce slight randomness. So even on the left, it will still go a bit right and left, so a bit randomness in it. And the same thing here. This time I'm going to pan to the right. And a slight randomness. Really cool, isn't it? Another thing over here, these are our closed snappy part of the hat. I want this one to be sometimes a bit more aggressive. Put something like overdrive. And then add an LFO and map to the drive it, and then you need to bring down offset so that it doesn't bring down the depth. And then I'm going to go for the random and put it into the like 1/8. Together. Now let's go to shaker or the 16 hat in this case. The first thing I like to do, of course, adding a bit of random pan so that it's moving a bit more. And then I like to do like LFO here, and I want to play around with the length of this. We can take the snap off, take something like this, right? In this case, I'm going to map this one to the fade out, so it is moving like this, and I'm going to go ramp so that it can go up like this. I'm going to bring down the depth and offset, right? If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can like it like each bar. Compressor, side chain to the kick, so that we can also have this pumping feel here. Together. And of course here, you can always go for groove. I'm just going to go for 16 swing. Something like this. A bit like this. Apply the groove here as well, which I'm going to do. Maybe I'm going to bring it down a little bit more actually. I'm going to keep this one on the grid so that it feels a bit tighter because of that. But the rest is very loose. Together. And finally, just to glue them together, I'm going to add overdrive. But bring this down. Brighten up a little bit. And our final step, final step is actually adding a return channel. Let's go for hybrid reverb. And then I'm going to go for something like quartz. Bring down the time. Bring down the decay over here as well. Parallel mode is fine. Bring down the stereo field. A bit vintage. And 100% wet. And then we're going to start sanding stuff over here. Right? And then I'm going to go for EQ. I know this is here, but it's just more flexible for me. And I'm going to overdrive on top of this to get this like distorted reverb sound. Together. And then you can bring this down. And before and after.